Hello, and thank you for stopping by the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. My name is Thomas Metal 75, back at you again with another beer review. Arguably, by some, the best beer in America. I say question mark on that. I don't know if that's true or false. We're going to look into it and discover that today. Surprisingly, since like the last 2 or 3 years, we've gotten the Bell's Brewery beers in New England and Massachusetts. I have not reviewed this beer, but here we go. This is the Bell's Two Hearted Ale. Bam. I don't know why that's not focusing enough, but you all know what this beer is, definitely, even if it's not focusing. It's an American style IPA, not a New England style. Classic American style IPA at 7% alcohol by volume. Brewed and canned by Bell's Brewery LLC in Comstock, Michigan. And this says, I believe, the 1st of October 2020, it was packaged. Very good. They've been doing this beer, the Bell's Brewery, since 1997. So it's been a long staple in the craft beer community. And it comes in at 212 calories, 16.7 grams of carbs. They choose to not list IBUs on any of their beers. For go on bellsbeer.com and read about that. 7% alcohol by volume. Shelf life, they say, is 6 months. I would say 3 is better. And this is brewed with 100% Centennial hops from the Pacific Northwest and named after the Two-Hearted River in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. Our American IPA is bursting with hop aromas ranging from pine to grapefruit, from massive hop additions in kettle, both in the kettle and the fermenter. Perfectly balanced with the malt backbone and with a signature fruity aroma of Bell's House yeast. Two-Hearted is remarkably drinkable and well-suited for everyone's adventures. And just so you all know what I'm talking about, Zymurgy is a magazine from the American Homebrewers Association. They've ranked Two-Hearted Ale the best beer in America as of 2020. For the last 4 years, it's gotten that accolade. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if I agree with that particular statement or if that's a bunch of BS for Bell's. So we'll take a look at the beer. I got me an Alex the Beer Master pour. All right, guys. Let's see here. You have a very nice dark orange, coppery looking color with a 3-finger just about head. Yeah, 3 fingers. Very effervescent, very carbonated. I think that the beer, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I think it's pretty unfiltered. There is very small, fine particulates of the sediment, not much to really see that's chunky at all. And it's just kind of a murky complexion with that bone white head. And the nose on the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale is definitely huge on the grapefruit and huge on the pininess, definitely. There is like a resin oily note to it, definitely that caramel and the toffee malts. And what else can I tell you? It has a toasty white bready malt in there. Again, just tons of grapefruit, tons of orange, tons of pine needle, tons of sap, tons of West Coast IPA influence in the nose on that one. So if you've never had Centennial hops, this will be one to try. Definitely smells of that West Coast Centennial hop kind of beer. So let's just do it now with the Bell's Two-Hearted Ale. Cheers, everybody. It's got to be over 50 IBUs for sure. If not, pretty balanced. Very chewy malt. Very, very chewy malt. Very dank, oily, herbaceous, earthy kind of hopping in that one from the Centennial hops. Again, ton of grapefruit, ton of pineapple, a lot of caramel malt and toffee malt. Again, like in the nose, I'm getting toasty white bread. I'm getting almost like that marmalade-y, fruit jammy note. Maybe more like that marmalade preserve. Definitely goes from grapefruit to very orangey to the dank bitter notes. And then kind of around here in the sip is where it starts to dry off. It's about, I would say it's a medium towards full-bodied beer, but it's pretty close to just straight up medium. It is really got a nice soft palate to it. I don't know if they're using flaked oats or white wheat malt, but it's certainly nice and fluffy and velvety smooth. Very small, fine particulates, or very small, fine bubbles. Carbonation was the word I was looking for from the letter C. Again, crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. You could drink these in succession very easily just by the body alone, but there is a little bit of heft. You are not entirely masking 7%. Not in my book. Maybe it comes across a little like honey-like sweetness, but very clean beer overall. I mean, 4 years in a row, could this be America's best beer? Do I even have an opinion of what America's best beer is? No, because I don't care. I go throughout my own experience trying all these beers and letting you guys know what I think of the beer. Do I think very highly of the Bell's Two Hearted Ale? You bet your ass I do. I think this is at least a 94 out of 100. This is really, really, really good stuff. I think the only thing that they could have done, and I don't know if that's some hopping to this particular beer. Yeah, it's so dank onion garlic up front. I think they could have tamed down some of the perceivable IBUs and try to mask a little bit of the ABV. Maybe add more malt. Maybe more malt is what I'm craving out of this beer. But as it stands, it is a world-class beer. I would recommend everybody under the sun that loves craft beer and any style of IPA to go out and try the Bell's Two Hearted Ale. So I got the Bell's Two Hearted Ale in a variety pack a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, really, before Thanksgiving. Jingle Bells, their variety pack, has the Two Hearted Ale, the lighthearted 3.7% session IPA version of this, their official hazy IPA, and their Juicy Gossip, which is like a 4.7, I believe. I did that on my channel. Juicy IPA, or Juicy Pale Ale. So yeah, this one is a 94. Oh, the other thing that demerits this beer just a little bit, why I can't really give it any higher score, and Bell's just does this for me across the spectrum of their beers, is their price point is awful. Their price point's atrocious. They are about that $18 and change range for that Bell's Variety 12-pack. Usually it's like $10 for a 6-pack of these guys and about $20 for a 12-pack. $20 for a 12-pack is absolutely ridiculous. If you can bring the price point down a little bit, Bell's Brewery, I think I would buy you more often. But as it stands, if I see a new Bell's beer I haven't tried, or if it's in a single, I will pretty much do that. But otherwise, I don't buy Bell's a whole bunch for that reasoning. But 94 out of 100, why not? I'll stop rambling. Till next time, keep tasting these great beers. Cheers. See you soon. Bye.